Okay. So, yeah. Lily turns herself in. We rescue fucking random bandit girl. Talon vaporizes the thug.
She's not random
Lily
bandit
turns
girl.
herself-
It's Fern.
Yeah, it's Fern.
The kid. It is Fern, you're right. God damn it.
Lily is tiefling Freerin at this point.
I'm sorry, you're not as good at Freerin. You'll never will be.
Too much emotion. Way too much emotion.
I also think I unironically just fell asleep for like 15 minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna say Barrel's been very quiet.
Yeah, I don't remember anything.
It's okay, Barrel. We've done very little.
We're still
Yeah,
doing
In
the
fact, we haven't
recap.
started yet.
Barrel,
Mm-hmm.
where's your D100?
Like I just said.
So yeah, Lily and Fern go to the fucking guardhouse. We go there, and then a public defender, fucking Reginald, approaches. Reginald was great.
Was not at all based on the Monopoly Man, I promise.
He berated the guards on their incompetence until they let us go. And then,
it was all good, man.
It's all good, bro.
Lily cast Detect Magic, and Fern had no aura. Then Delane used Divine Sense and went nuts because there's just aura attached, evil aura attached to the girl. And then they go book it with her towards the nearest church.
Yeah, you were at the little hospital thing first, and that's where all that kind of went down because if I recall, someone collapsed and there was, I think, was there a wound?
No.
Someone got wounded?
No.
Thought someone got wounded.
No, Fern fell to her knees with the headache and voices in her head.
Right, and that's what you took over. Yeah, you ran her to the hospital. They stabilized her, and then Talon did her thing. And that was where we ended off, as like in that like moment of deciding what to do from there.
No, we had Talon hop on my back as I turned into a warhorse, and then we ended as I was sprinting down the street to the to the church.
For sure. So yeah, so we got those three bandering off. What are the other three doing?
Following on foot.
Yeah, I think following.
Sigurd
Indubitably.
ran ahead. He went to the place to tell the doctor or priest first.
How are you beating a warhorse?
I ran like 5 minutes before you guys started heading out.
Hmm. That answers my question.
Yeah. Because then everyone was like, why didn't he just take her? Remember?
No.
No.
Not at all. However, yeah. So yeah, this seems like Ruts kind of ran forward with all of the presidents. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. So you guys all run down there unless anybody has any other anything else they want to do. You come to what looks like a small chapel devoted to just the goddess of life, which I don't have the name popped up, but let's look that up. Life domain. It's just casual Saluna. There you go. Little chapel to Saluna right there. The Moon Maiden. Making this up as I go. I love it. You kind of burst in the doors. Kind of Helm's Deep style, horse skidding to a halt in the middle of the church. See a couple of the altar boys kind of panicking and jumping out of the way, and the priest kind of runs forward and goes, "What is going on?"
I can talk common now because of the new druid. This girl needs your
That
help.
was a weird thing to say out loud.
So Lily just yells out, "This girl needs your help." And then she just kind
Did
of
that horse just talk?
buckles her knees and kind of lays down for Talon and Fern to hop off.
Yeah. Talon kind of basically jumps off, kind of like Princess Carrie's off your back. All the rest of you kind of burst in. It wasn't too far away. You're only like 30 seconds behind. And the priest kind of steps forward. He's like, What is all this commotion? What do you mean? Why is there a horse talking? And what are you all doing in my church?
You're not used to a talking horse?
No, not at all.
She has voices in her
I'm sorry.
head that apparently are divine or evil in origin.
Okay.
So Techie's the one that knows this information.
Yeah, but
Well,
not
I have to
here.
say it because Techie's not here.
Okay, and what's your point?
It's causing her pain. We were told that you could help in the name of Seluna.
Again, can we just go back to this horse thing for a second? What is this?
It's fine. Just accept it. Don't worry.
Yeah, okay. All right.
I am
You know
a
what?
worshiper
Fine.
of
Just-
Seluna.
Yeah? Horse? Okay, yeah. You know what? Fine. I've seen some weirder shit. Anyways, bring her back. Hey, come on, let's go. And he kind of like, he goes back to the altar, and there's like a little space there. He kind of puts her down there next to the altar.
As he's walking away, he just hears the popping and cracking of Lily morphing back, dropping her wild shape.
At this point, it's too early in the day for him to deal with that shit. Or late. No, it is early. Worshippers of the moon. Yeah, I see it's all coming together. It's all coming together. It's in the evening. There we go. Yeah, so he kind of like checks on her, waves his hands. You see some magic kind of go on. There's absolutely nothing wrong with her. What are you talking about?
It's in her head. There is some entity speaking into her head that has divinity. I could also tell that she didn't have anything magically wrong with her, but there's something telepathically speaking to her and causing her pain.
I think I understand. And he kind of rummages in his pockets. He pulls out a little card and he kind of hands it to, not the horse, because that's fucking weird. Also, the horse is gone now. Just kind of like hands it
It's
to
gonna be a
whoever's
therapist, isn't
closest. Yeah, and it's just kind of goes. There's a good friend of mine. He's very, very well versed in this kind of issue. He'll probably help you a lot better than I could. You see, it's a card that lists directions to the nearest sanitarium.
Lily's just gonna look at him. You're a cleric, right?
And I checked. There's nothing wrong.
Use your channel divinity. Divine
I'm a
sense.
priest, first off.
You should have the
What's
same
the
ability
difference?
as our friend here to be able to divine sense, correct?
I mean, I can do some basic healing magic. That's about it. I could do this really cool thing, and he kind of waves his hand, and all the light dims a little bit.
Lily's just gonna pinch the bridge of her nose. This was useless. Is there any... Can I speak to your manager?
I'm the head priest here. My name
Then
is
how do you
Joffrey.
not have... How do you not have the ability to channel... What do you do?
Mostly we hold service, collect donations, and perform small miracles such as healing the sick.
Well, she's sick. And not sanitarium sick.
I can tell you she's not sick at all. I checked her. There's nothing going on.
Is there a larger church with a more experienced?
I've been doing this for 50 years.
Seluna, guide me. What is... I don't understand. How can you not tell there's something wrong with her?
And he kind of, like, he's got little, like, tiny round glasses on. He kind of pulls them down so he can look at you directly over them. And he goes, have you thought to yourself maybe there's nothing wrong with her? She seems malnourished. Get some food in her when she wakes up. She'll be fine.
Lily's just gonna kind of turn to Talon and just kind of like, can you convince? I know you're the one that is able to see. I know Techie's not here, but like,
I mean, obviously this might be something wrong, but that's just my opinion. If you want to get a second opinion, we can.
well, you need to do something.
What a time for Techie to be missing when he becomes
Right, yeah.
actor mode. Right?
Yeah, Techie becomes main character, decides to not show
Don't
up.
say that to Techie though. You know, I just I every now and then get these weird feelings, and I just checked out. Thought I don't know about these voices. What I'm mostly worried about is there's some deconsecration there. You know what I mean? Like some defilement. That's what I'm mostly worried about.
This is free as Techie.
Yeah.
As
Yeah, I'm trying my best. Try my best here. So like, I don't know. Is this a properly consecrated holy space? Like that's just what we should be asking. Of course it is. You see, I'm talking to myself now. It's getting weird. Of course it is. Blessed by the Moon Maiden herself. Techie just shrugs. It's like I don't.
how long does Divine Sense last?
I think it's an instantaneous thing.
Yeah, I think it just attacks immediately.
It's like a single ping. It doesn't keep going as far as I know.
Can I try to detect any
Until the end of the next turn. Yeah.
any feeling that Selûne actually is consecrated in this area?
What would you like to do? How would you like to do that?
Just kind of close my eyes and concentrate and just feel if I can feel her reach in this area.
Are you actually a follower?
Oh, Circle of the Moon, I assumed that that was what my deity would be because you never actually made me sit down and choose a deity.
Because you don't
But-
need a deity.
Yeah.
That is a personal character building question. Right?
Yeah.
Does your character follow? Like you can be like a follower of a god and not do. It has nothing to do with the class.
Yeah.
You're not required to in any means. The only one that's actually required is a cleric.
Well, honestly, the only two that I was looking at were Selûne and Sylvanas, so Selûne I feel like would make more
and if
sense.
you follow the gods, that's up to you.
Yeah.
As a druid, your magic comes from the nature itself. Your connection to the natural ley lines. So like you don't have to follow a god. If you choose to, that's what you choose to. So
Yeah.
So would you be like a devout follower of Selûne, or like what do you think is that something you would want as your character arc thingy?
Yeah,
Nope.
because I feel like druidic, the moon provides sustenance to nocturnal animals and the such. So Circle of the Moon would, like, it's a part of life, right? So I feel like it would link together fairly well.
Sure. If you have any sort of magical thing you'd like to do, you can try that. As far as like, there are commune spells. If not anything like that, you can try a religion check.
Do you think
Not
like
anywhere
something
near as
like
potent.
detect magic would work at all, or even like taking in a nature check, like feeling if the lands of the area have been affected by Selûne's influence of the moon?
I don't think detect magic would work in this sense because it's more of a literal thing. Like there's a lot of like priesty spells that do that kind of thing, right?
Can I feel if maybe her influence is affecting the ley lines of the magic in the area that I would pull from?
You could do a nature, not along those lines because they don't really interact, but I could see something else happening with a nature. So you can do religion or nature.
Okay. I'll do a nature. Um,
So what the fuck is that chain?
Hmm. Huh, nat 1 plus 7.
Yeah, I saw the nat 1, but I see 1 plus 5 plus bracket max bracket 1 5 bracket.
I have proficiency and I have 5. Wait. Yeah, why the fuck
Nature's
is it plus
intelligence, isn't it?
7? Yeah, it is intelligence, and I've got -1. So how the fuck do I have plus 7?
Yeah. Getting a plus 5 from something.
Oh, is it maybe from something, something druid related? Maybe one of the new abilities or something.
Yeah, I do see a plus 7.
Oh, I think it's Primal Order Magician because it says minimum bonus of 1, currently 5. I can add my wisdom modifier to Arcana and Nature checks.
Okay.
Neat.
So that would be your. So it just changes intelligence to wisdom.
For Arcana and Nature specifically.
Oh no! It's adding. So you would still get the intelligence. So it'd be 5 minus 1, so 4
okay.
plus proficiency of 3. So 4 plus 3 is 7.
I see what you mean. And
Math chains, boys.
Since I already know the outcome, I can't re-roll it. So I guess that's just what it is.
It would be fairly common knowledge that a church would be consecrated for their god, usually. I would assume.
Well, I mean, Pecky questioned it, which was why I was checking to see. Well, Talon mentioned it, so that's why I was checking to see.
Talon didn't question it. Talon was mostly focused, trying to minimize Talon's impact on the conversation. But at the very end, Techie did a detect something and got the what is the word? It's not consecration is the good one. What's the other one?
Desecrate.
Desecration.
Thank you. Yeah, he got the. I was like deconsecration. That doesn't sound right. Desecration. Yeah. So he got the aura of desecration. I was always kind of focusing on. Techie does not follow Saluna either, so he's kind of useless here. What did you nature? You think real hard, and that you kind of screw up your face. That's about it. Can't really. Hard to tell. To quote Matt Mercer. Hard to read, hard to tell.
I want to double check. It should be, I think it is, the case that most churches and such would have been consecrated.
Usually they should, yeah. Holy mountains.
Can I think of a reason why it wouldn't be?
The fact that he's not able to tell.
Internal issues. Something goes on. Maybe it's new ground. Although he said he's been doing this for a while. You have no reason not to believe that it's not consecrated.
Well, I'm fresh out of ideas.
I am going to attempt something. I am going to
No, seriously, who's awake?
I'm awake.
I am.
I am going
The
to
dog's just squeaking away, so I have my mic off.
I'm gonna cast Thaumaturgy and use Phantom sound and have a booming voice come out of Fern's body.
Okay.
I'm just trying to think of what to say.
You think bringing me here will stop this?
First off, I respect the use of the thingy. That was pretty good. The priest looks at you, watches you cast the spell.
Hey now,
goes,
it's vocal component only.
Yeah?
He hears you cast it.
Yeah, you just, like, right in front of him cast thaumaturgy. He's like, I just did that to dim the lights.
Billy just kind of shrugs, just like,
What are we doing here? Like, dude, she's
Clearly,
she's
you're
fine.
doing nothing.
She just needs rest. That's it. There's nothing wrong with her. Nothing spiritually, magically that I could tell. She looks malnourished, and she honestly looks like she's sleeping it off.
Sigurd's just gonna quickly check her pulse.
Do a medicine check.
Yeah.
She's just dead.
There.
Swan's been holding an evil fucking corpse this whole time.
Yeah, you feel a steady pulse. She's like fully unconscious, so nothing really crazy. But like she's stable. She's fine.
Well, perhaps we should head out for now. Right, everyone?
I can't really help you too much here. There's, like I said, I've checked her out. She's got no evil spirits or curses attached to her. Nothing. There's no magical maladies.
This guy's clearly not going to help us, so.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that I won't help you. It's I can't. There's nothing to do. She's not.
You know,
She's not. She's not ill. She's just
try.
malnourished.
Sounds like a
Anyways,
skill issue.
Does it seem like he's trying to brush us off?
it seems like he when he first checked her out, he got past the initial shock of you just bursting in. But like he didn't like just lazily do it. He rushed over. He swept a bunch of the stuff away. He put her down. He did some magic in front of you. He cast a series of like spells to check that he could. And there's no curses, no magic affecting her. There's like he seemed very like earnest about that. Once that kind of happened, and you started talking about the voices. He kind of you feel like he's kind of resolved to she might just be crazy.
Yeah.
I can't remember, how was it that we found out about the voices, or did she just kind of collapse and say she heard voices and then passed out?
She was complaining about a headache and talking about the voices, and then she passed out.
So how can you explain the feeling that our friend got?
An aura of evil attached to the girl is what Talon described it as.
And I don't see anything going on. Said I checked for curses and the like. I didn't find anything.
I checked for those as well and found nothing. But my friend was able to detect feelings of evil and divinity beyond what practical magic uses.
Perhaps, and I'm just putting this out there, it could have been something that someone more in tune, and this is no fault of your own, sir, someone more in tune with their god is prone to sensing. Could be something much more deep-seated.
Lily's
I
gonna
feel like we're
make...
just being insulting now. You guys come
I'm-
into my church and tell me I'm not devout enough.
I'm not saying it could just be something to deal with a different god. That's all.
Lily's gonna take a quick look at Kasori. Do you have the ability to listen in on her thoughts, or does she actively have to speak to you to be able to use that power?
It's an active communication. It's not.
So you couldn't hear
I
the
don't
voices
read
in her head.
minds.
Does anybody have the ability to detect thoughts?
I like the italicized speech.
Heavy air quotes in the air.
I do not.
I tried typing and it didn't pop up, I guess. Oh no, I went to the other. I was in the player tab. My.
Yep.
Gotta say. Basically, Joffrey is like arguing with Sigurd, being like, "How dare you question my devotion? I've been doing this for 50 years, and your friend over here doesn't look like she's going past her 20th summer, and you're telling me." And he's just like angry at Ruds right now, who just kind of triggered him off by that while you guys are talking.
After he says that, though, she's just kind of like, "Aw, he thinks I'm under 20. You hear that, sis?"
He's talking about Talon.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah, because you said, well, you're like, well, Talon fucking found it. And it was like, why can't you? It's like, okay.
he thinks Talon's an adult. That's kind of funny.
Yeah. He doesn't
She looks young, like maybe 20 at the most. Like he's just like, oh, come on now.
All I'm saying is some races are longer living.
That's
And they I'm running myself into a corner here.
And you've like insulted him, and he's gone right up to you, and he's put like a finger to your chest, being like, "How dare you?" And he's just like fuming majesty, steam coming out of his ears, while everyone else is just kind of talking in the background. But like you just see like Ruds with his hands up, going, "Hey now." It's like,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I
I'm
think
sorry.
we're at the end of what this line of inquiry will get us. I think we just take her to the Tidal Tempest and watch over her.
I don't even have access to detect
I
thoughts.
do believe detect thoughts would be a druid and sorcerer.
It is not in my spell list.
I know sorcerers get it. I know wizards get it. I know some clerics get it.
Hey, Beryl, you still awake over there, buddy?
A little bit. I don't think he is.
Damn, bro, you good?
I'm very.
It is wizard. Sorcerer, warlock, one type of wizard, but it's a bard, sorcerer, wizard spell.
What sorcerer?
Detect thoughts.
I don't have that.
Okay, that was what I was asking.
Unfortunately, of the two people in your group who can cast it, both require a level up to get their spells, if I recall. It should be Ruds and Beryl.
The second level divination spell.
Yeah, I don't have that.
Oh, there's spell forms.
I mean, that's what I was thinking. I was checking with Beryl to see if he had it first before I did that.
I mean, I passed those things out like candy. So.
I have charm person and suggestion.
Just suggest her to stop listening. Just stop listening to the voices. Easy.
Oh, that would backfire very well. I will phrase it exactly the way you said.
Good old monkey paw.
Uh-huh.
I mean, we
You
can
guys are the wrong
always-
kind of team.
We can always return to the scroll shop and try and find a scroll of detect thoughts, but I'm gonna put you guys in charge of that because I don't like that guy.
Wait a second, I just had a thought, and I'm gonna feel really dumb.
I suggest
Did
you don't have
detect
that thought.
thoughts? Sorry, bad joke? Bad timing?
I missed everything because three people said it at once.
I mean, Derby both win for a bet.
I said, did you detect your thoughts?
And I said I suggest you to not think or whatever.
So, Yeah. I have this in my pocket.
God damn it. Just pull it out and chug it.
I'm gonna hand it to you.
God damn it. Why do I have to be the one to... All right. Lily's
You're
gonna
the
pop
foster
off the cork.
parent.
Yeah, Lily will pop off the cork and down it.
I'm just using it so that it's out of my
All right.
inventory.
Now you gotta pass the wisdom savings.
An unconscious person can't pass their wisdom saving
Yeah,
throw.
automatic fail.
Well, physicals you automatically fail if I recall, unless it states that.
Pretty
Let's
sure
see,
incapacitated means you automatically fail, don't you?
Fail dex saves.
I thought it was all saves you automatically fail when incapacitated. Or unconscious.
That was a weird thing to Google. I'm not gonna do that again.
Phrasing!
God, yeah, we're gonna go to that. We're gonna go to the PHB that's in the.
Can you
thing real
defend
quick.
yourself while unconscious? That'll put you on a list.
Yeah, I don't need my history being checked anytime soon. Where the fuck is the conditions? There it
You
is. Conditions.
automatically fail strength and dex saving throws if you're unconscious.
Yeah, everything else is mental.
Advantage. There is, nothing in unconscious that would prevent her from getting her save.
So she needs to make a DC 13 whiz save then. As I'm gonna keep probing her mind every 6 seconds.
It works a little differently now. That's why I'm reading it.
Ah.
Because it's now gone to sense thoughts, which means that you know that there are creatures within 30 feet of you, and then one of those creatures you use your action to latch onto, and that's when the actual like read thoughts happen.
So, first you send a ping to find brains, and then you use another further action to read brain.
Yeah. So wisdom saving throw. Was a 15.
So the first two don't require a whiz saving throw. It's when you probe further that they make a save.
Yeah, that potion of mind reading is the old potion of mind reading.
I
Based on
clicked
the
the
old
word
spell.
detect thoughts, and it brought up the
But
spell from the PHB too.
yeah, and it says
but-
that they don't make a save until I probe deeper, so I can still read surface level thoughts.
And you can still do that with the new detect thoughts.
Yeah, which means she doesn't
That
make a
is a-
save until I probe, so you gotta tell me what she's thinking first, and then I can choose to probe, and that's when she makes the save.
Yeah, she's unconscious. She's got nothing on her brain. That's like
I can't
surface
even
level.
hear the voices or anything in her head.
Not on surface level, no.
Okay.
I also realized that this isn't the right game. I'm using physical dice. Let's go to the actual dice roller. Why did that lag? Oh my god.
What happens if I fail?
17.
Oh, the spell ends. Alright, so it's just done.
It's as useful as that priest we just talked to.
Mhm.
I could have sold that for like a gold.
Her mind is too strong. Something is blocking me from going deeper. I knew I chose a good follower. She knows how to protect her mind even while unconscious.
Or the thing that's in her mind is protecting it from you.
Yeah, that's also a possibility, but not the one that I'd like to think about.
offhand comment has derailed your guys' opinions so far. I love it.
So I'm
That's
guessing
what
I'm still
happens when we don't get the full information. The secret.
Yeah, he
side
literally mentioned a cryptic thing. I'll explain later, and then doesn't show up next session. I love it.
He rudsed us, Except Rudd shows up and then still doesn't explain.
There you go. So yeah, so you chug the potion. You attempt to latch onto her mind. Being as she is unconscious, there's nothing surface there. You try to probe deeper, and you feel like there's this girl has a lot of willpower. Like there's definitely something that kind of shuts you out magically.
What if what he detected is just her own innate power that she doesn't know of?
Yeah, she's just like incredibly powerful and evil, but she doesn't even know it yet.
Well, no. Well, yeah, maybe she is incredibly powerful and evil.
Maybe she's a demon and just playing with our minds and pretending to be good by mimicking us.
What if she is just a really powerful telepath and also happens to be evil?
Yeah. She just heard everybody's mind telepathy all within like a 300-foot radius. Everybody was talking in their head at once.
I don't know. Either way, my vote is still that we go back to the Tidal Tempest and watch over her.
Are there parishioners starting to come in at this point?
It's like closer to evening service, so there was already a decent amount of them already in here, and y'all just fucking scattered them and main charactered the fuck out of the room. So they're all like, there's probably about like 20 people in this room.
I'm so sorry, sir.
Meanwhile, the priest is just giving you what for?
I'm so sorry.
I am just watching the people that watched, because Lily transformed from the horse back into a person, just in shock. Like they're in the corner, and I'm just like watching them just contemplate their life choices.
Pretty much, yeah.
I am going to cast my healing spirit on her and just have my little fox kind of try to cuddle up to her while we're
I think
carrying
you did
her
that last
back.
time. Yeah, I think you did it last time. For
Yeah.
flavor, we'll just keep it, but like you don't have to mark up the spell slot because you already healed her last time, basically.
Yeah.
I
So
have
you
to
just kind of
stop
like,
my hawk from going for the fox.
I mean, it can try. It's non-tangible. It's just gonna claw the shit out of Fern.
And then you'll get the healer.
Yeah.
Parm, what's your DC? Yeah, sorry.
For what?
For your thing? Was it, or is it a set DC for the potion?
It was a set DC for the potion.
Alright.
Yeah, I don't have the spell, so it doesn't go off mine. It goes off the potion. If I had a spell scroll, then I'd be able to cast it and it would go off my DC. But the potion does not.
Well, we should be heading out. I'm sorry for interrupting your sermon. Is it alright if I give you some gold and recompense for being extremely rude?
He goes, there's nothing that will ever forgive this slight, but that's against me personally. The church itself would always be lovely for donations. You can always donate here, you can donate over there. He kind of points to a little box near the door, and she goes, we always appreciate the help.
Lily's gonna crouch on the floor and just kind of wave her hand across the floor and grow a single lily in the center of the floorboards using Druidcraft.
Now we have to clean that shit up. Oh my god. And he's just like throwing his hands up in the air like he's fucking dead.
Listen, this is the second time we've almost driven someone insane with a horse.
Yep, yeah.
And not the first time we've actually driven someone
In the
insane.
same
Like-
town.
Derpy was just like, don't worry about it, be cool. And he took him on his word. Absolutely.
Yeah, you guys ruined it. I was like,
Yeah.
just accept
See,
the
all of
fucking
his-
horse.
All of his problems with you have nothing to do with the horse. That's a positive win, in my opinion, for Derpy.
Thomas is like, I just didn't want to explain the horse.
Why are you playing with just blank playing cards, by the way, Brom?
They're dry erase cards.
Oh.
That does not does not explain anything.
I don't want to play with the dice right now. I wanted something to play with. I've done my laundry, so
They're essentially fidget cards.
yeah.
I see nothing wrong with this. Well,
Anyway, so you
Throwing
guys kind of
techniques.
back out. Talon is still just kind of carrying the turn.
I mean, I can carry her piggyback with my
Sure.
fox around her neck.
I am sorry, everyone, for this. And I'm just gonna drop 3 gold in the donation box.
A lot of gasps and 2 slight claps.
I hope you'll have a good evening. And keep
And
close.
you as well.
He
One
seems
maiden
awfully
bless
nice
you.
now.
Gave him money.
Lily's gonna pull
Yeah.
out a
Yep.
satchel of 10 GP and drop it in as she walks by.
Got a one-up ruts, huh?
I mean,
This
there's
is more
giant
money
hoof
than-
marks in the middle of the
Yeah,
fucking.
they're used to coppers, man. Like, damn.
Lily's just gonna turn
Yeah,
around and
you-
just be like, "For my donation, all I ask is that you keep that flower alive."
He's already pulled the flower out, by the way. Like, the second you
Like turn around and
he's
start pointing. It's just like.
picked it.
Then she's gonna wave her hand and cast Druidcraft on the actual box, and it'll start growing out of the wall above the box. Just a lily.
Goes, could you stop doing that? Those things are they spread so quickly.
Not this one.
Is he making kudzu?
For my donation, I gift you this picture of a talking horse.
Do you have a picture of a talking horse?
No, but I cast a minor illusion as if
He's like, "I'll keep it forever and ever." You leave,
Okay.
it despawns.
Yeah, he's so
it's
just
just
flabbergasted
just
by the
on the
ridiculousness.
wall all of a sudden. He's like, wait, when did that get up there?
Just a head comes out of the wall.
Enjoy.
For my donation, I'm gonna get these idiots out of here, and I'll start corralling everyone out of the
Looks you dead in the eyes and says, "Praise the Moon Maiden."
No, praise the talking horse.
Figured just hold the door for everyone, and he's just gonna close the door once everyone's out.
Yeah, you guys are like you're not even off the steps yet, and the door just slams shut behind you.
Yeah.
Before fully leaving, Lily will turn around to the. I'm assuming there's a visage or a statue of Selune in the center that they're all praying to, and she'll just kind of nod her head and take a slight bow to it as she turns to leave.
For sure. You're all just kind of standing out there awkwardly, and Talon just goes, "Well, that was helpful."
You could have been more help to Lon.
I started the whole fucking thing in the first place.
And then you didn't show up.
Where were you?
Listen, I got shit to do. I'm tired.
Lily
So
over
are all
here
of
trying
us.
to be very helpful and trying to carry the team, talking to the weird priest guy. And,
I'm not good
kinda-
at talking, but Sis is really tired.
I'm trying to put out my inner techie. I don't know how accurate it was.
Listen.
Or so it's your adopted child, not mine.
You're the auntie.
Adopted.
Yeah, that doesn't mean I take it to the doctor. That means you do.
Farrell's gonna
I
be a
just-
great uncle.
I just buy it cool toys and toys that piss you off because they make
that's-
loud noises constantly.
That is the correct definition of an aunt and uncle.
Yeah.
I did
You
not
just-
do that to any of my sisters.
You just slowly
I-
teach her
I did that
thaumaturgy.
instantly to my sister. My niece got a Furby when she was a baby.
Oh, buddy.
No.
It
You
was
are
like
the
a talking
problem.
Furby. Yeah, it was one of the Star Wars ones because she also hates Star Wars.
Nice.
I was like, I am corrupting this child instantly.
I debated buying a drum kit for one Christmas. And
I don't even play drums, but it's fun to make noise. Got some secret dice that are lagging like crazy. What's going on there?
Whose
The dice
dice
are
even
sleepy
were
too.
those? It doesn't even say that anybody rolled.
It was a
Ghost.
private roll.
It was the thing inside Fern's head. Rolled some dice.
Ah, okay.
Clearly.
I don't think we need to worry about it.
What are you talking about? She's fine. Mr. Priestman told us she's fine.
Yeah. So far, all we've seen is she's fine.
I guess we just have. You know what, Lily? Have you given her a good bear yet?
Yeah, she
Yes,
ate like
actually,
3
yes.
of them while we were in the jail cell.
Then why is she so famished?
Because she only ate. They make it so you feel full. They don't actually make it so that way you can live forever.
I mean,
Wait,
just
Farm
keep eating.
acknowledging the limits of good
Oh my
berry?
god.
I had
This
to
was a
because
fucking
Free said
moment.
it the other day.
Yeah, it doesn't nourish you. It just makes you so you don't starve that day. It's like
maybe we should
going to
give
sea
her
and never
some
bringing fruit. You get that
food.
scurvy real easy after about 2 months straight.
Do we want to give her some rations then?
I don't imagine we want to force feed a child who hasn't eaten much rations while she's asleep.
I
So
can't
just
imagine
maybe
it'll
we
be good
should
to
make
her
her a
teeth.
nice meal on the boat.
Yeah,
or
let's go and
something.
make her a soup.
Yeah, soups
I'm
are
gonna
good for
just-
the soul.
I'm starting to lead the way towards the Tidal Tempest.
What, we have food on the boat?
A ration pack is like dried meat. Like
Yeah,
like
it's literally
beef
beef jerky.
That's like all
an-
Kamos has been eating. So that's
It's
why
literally
he's there's real food.
It's legitimately beef jerky, dried cheese, and a piece of bread with like a little bit of peanut butter in it. That's basically all that's in there, and like a handful of nuts.
Maybe some nuts. Yeah, so maybe some dried strawberries. You know, it's like it's good to eat, but you gotta go back to camp and have that meal. You know what I mean?
I need to get out of the wine cellar on our ship.
Yeah, that's why we have our Sanji.
Yeah. Derpy is just he's just drinking all the wine. That's grapes. That's fruit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just that and my dried meats. It's like at a wine tasting.
Yeah, you just dunk your jerky in the wine to rehydrate it, and there you go. You got meat.
It's a charcuterie board, right? That's what the rations are.
Oh, that imagery just fucked with me.
What, dipping jerky into
Dipping
some
beef jerky in
wine?
wine. That sounds so disgusting.
Specifically, really low quality red wine too. So like the really
Damn, dude.
the really peaty
See,
stuff.
That stuff that's basically rubbing alcohol.
It just sounds like something a redneck would do.
Mm-hmm.
It's
like,
that's
yeah,
called
go to
moon.
a
That's called
wine
fancy
tasting
moonshine.
Yeah,
He's
and
going
like
to a
almost
wine
has a
tasting
past.
and
He's like,
dip their
this
jerky
sounds
in.
great. What are you talking about?
Disgracing.
Yeah. So you guys are it's getting close to sundown-ish in like an hour or so. You guys want to do anything else in the city, in the town? City?
Lily is
Seeing as we
going.
have an unconscious child with us, we probably shouldn't stop and do errands.
Lily, after you say that, is going to hold out a satchel with 5 gold. Can you run over to the scroll shop and grab me a couple, however many scrolls you can of detect thoughts with this? Ask you, Kamos.
And I know he's purposely just like staring at you doing nothing. He's like, wait, oh, you're asking me?
Yeah.
Sure.
Thank you. And she just kind of drops the satchel in your hands. That guy isn't very nice, by the way.
Oh, I remember.
And then Lily's just gonna like flump Fern up on her back a little bit more, and then just kind of start making her way to the title.
I want to go with because she's concerned about the. Concerned is a strong word about the girl. Yeah. So you guys can split up and do whatever you need to.
Anyone else going to the scroll shop? Or are we actually taking this money and partying and saying they were out of detect thoughts?
How much money did he give you?
5 gold.
5 gold. Damn.
But I mean, in this town, 5
So
gold's gonna go a
probably
long way.
not even going to be able to get a scroll.
Probably not. So once again, I saw a bar. You know, we can go hit the pub. Anyone want to drink?
This
Been
is
a
your
long day.
strategy. You go, see how much a scroll is. When it's more than 5 gold, you walk out and you go to the bar.
I mean, or we just skip that and say they were out of scrolls.
That's something you could do.
But what if she goes there tomorrow to
She
check?
won't. Well, then they restocked. That's not our fault. And then we got mugged on the way back, and someone stole the gold. Come on.
Yeah, because you got mugged.
And then pour boozed on us to make it look like we were out drinking all night.
I mean, you don't always smell like booze.
No, it's called
No.
bathing.
Also, how's it going,
For
Destroyer?
Brome and Ruds, you
I
guys
have
are
to-
watching
I
these
have
two
to do this
alcoholics
myself.
just like slowly convince themselves.
I mean,
The best part is that it's Tilani trying to convince themselves to basically steal Lily's money for booze.
Lily knew who she was handing this gold to. That's
Yeah, like Lily and Talon walked away. Just the four of you sitting there, and like the two of them are just, they're like, we shouldn't do this, but like this, and they just like convince themselves to go do it. And you're just sitting there watching them.
I mean, gotta get my entertainment somewhere.
How far away is the scroll shop?
It's just down the street. Easy.
How far away is the pub?
There's many pubs. It's important.
Closest pub.
Probably like right across the street from that church. Probably. Let's be honest
To be
here.
honest, yeah. Thomas is like staring at the pub. He's like, it's closer. We can
Let's
do it.
go get the plausible deniability that you checked.
All right. If he tries to pull that shit again, though, you know, we might just walk out.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going in. I'm gonna stand outside. I don't really want to cause a scene, but exploding his shop with shadow would be so much fun.
I mean, we could.
Yeah.
And then we might just find the scroll, and then we could still spend the money on alcohol.
Or I might destroy this. Well, we'd be running from the cops then, more than likely, because that would cause a scene. Shatter's pretty loud, you know.
You guys are watching them convince themselves of this plan too.
You know, and we can cover up the sound.
I mean, I can
Alright.
cast things where they don't know it's me, and I could be far enough away in the shadows looking around a corner.
I can
All
give you
right.
a shadow.
All right,
I can
Come on.
create that shadow. You know what? This plan's
Nah,
coming
man.
together.
Free can agree with me on this. All you have to do is find the inverse of the sound and use thaumaturgy to invert it and just make it negated.
The perfect timbre of it cancel itself out. God, I love it. Only a madman would do it. Let's fucking do it.
All right. While we have been concocting this plan, we walked to the scroll.
Yeah. So you see the scroll shop is there. Still same thing as you remember from last time there, Beryl. You said you're staying outside?
Yeah.
So Kamos, you kind of walk in, little bell above the door, ding ding ding. You kind of step inside. It's just like rows and rows of like what looks like just scrolls, like just kind of rolled up. There's like behind these like kind of like little like labels in some arcane language. You walk up to the counter and you see the dude just kind of sitting there. He looks like he's reading a book. Looks up at you and he goes, "Oh, hello! Welcome to my shop. What can I do for you?"
Do you have scrolls of? Wait, what was I supposed to get again? Oh no.
Yes, we have scrolls.
Detect thoughts. That's the one. That's the one. Yeah, detect.
So you want to read minds, do you? That's a,
Not really. My mind's
that's a-
enough.
well,
My friend wants to.
That's fine. That's fine. No judgments here. Wink, wink. Yeah, I could probably do something like that in about 10 minutes per
Okay.
scroll. You said you wanted more than one. How many are you looking for?
How expensive are they?
They're about 150 gold pieces each.
All right, go back.
Have a good day, sir.
You too. I walk out. I was like, yeah, we can't afford them.
Yeah, I thought so.
All right, you want to go get a drink?
I giggled when Parm said 5 gold. Go get the fucking.
Yeah, I did too.
Technically, you said get as many as you could buy with 5 gold.
Yep.
We got as many as we could buy with 5 gold.
Yeah,
0.
Hey, there's a pub right next door.
Mission
You wanna go?
accomplished.
There literally is a pub right next door. There you go.
You wanna go see how many detect thoughts we could get in there?
This one's nautical themed.
Ooh.
Nautical themed. That'll be fun.
Wonder if they have she shanty karaoke.
Dude, let's go see.
What?
Yeah.
You walk inside, and there is indeed a jukebox with a microphone next to it, where you go and you type in what you'd like, and you could do a karaoke song in the corner. And there are some people doing some real bad impressions on some ones. It's like you got the magical jukebox is playing out some songs, and the dude is just butchering it.
I'm sad I
Sorry.
don't have proficiency in performance, but I do have +5.
Baha's crying. He wishes he was here.
Bro's losing his mind over here.
How does sea shanty karaoke work? Because that's call and response.
Yep.
Exactly.
What?
It's like a little chorus of dudes, and you got the leading role. There's like a little icon that bounces on the words, and when you say a word, it does the words for you. Or there's a 2-player mode. Yeah.
Can you choose to be the single player and be the one that gets called out too?
Yeah. I mean, there's
You
there's
get to be
a
the chorus.
there's an
Also,
A track and a B track.
I walk up to the bartender and I'm like, do you have any drinks called Detect Thoughts by any chance?
Here's the thing. If I get you enough, you can read anybody's thoughts.
Okay.
Mostly your own, though.
How many of those can I get for 5 gold?
Here's the thing. It depends on how many you drink, because then the effect is more
me,
potent. So
me and my
strong,
friend
or do you
here-
want?
As once again, my question was, how many can I get with 5 gold?
Okay. We'll say you give you 10 shots.
Can I sound good to you?
Sure, why
I
not?
mean, it's Detect Thoughts. We're not.
I have no stake in your level of health after this. And he just starts pouring out these little like little shot glasses full of this dark black liquid.
Kasori,
Okay,
you're
the 5
with them,
gold.
right? Kasori,
Huh?
you're with them?
Yeah, I'm watching them be idiots.
In your head, you hear, so how goes the scroll pickup?
And you guys just see, you just see, like, while he asks you that, you see Kalani and Kamos just shooting back these, like, tequila style shots.
We have the other bar patrons chanting, shots, 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 shots.
Yeah.
But in she shanty style.
Yes, in sea shanty style.
I'll have both Kalani and Kamos make Constitution saving throws.
So I'm gonna pass Lily's message on to Kamos and Kalani while they're drinking. Like, drink in the air, you're
That
about to
wasn't a saving
swallow.
throw. Oops. Ignore that. It was worse.
Is it lagging for anybody else? Because, like, the dice roll part is lagging like crazy for me.
I am not lagging, no.
So while Lily is kind of talking to you, like, how's it going? You just see the two shooting back. Kamos, you get absolutely fucking hammered. This shit is strong. It's like some kind of rum-like thing. And you get so wasted. Kilana, you see that Kamos is just talking out loud, everything. And the bartender leans in and goes, "You can hear his thoughts, can't you?
Oh, I get it.
Detect thoughts, gotcha." He kind of like taps you on the shoulder. He's like, "Ah, it's more of an egg."
That's funny.
Like, almost just like, wow.
He's like,
You
hands
hear
feel
me say
weird.
this.
I'm gonna tell Lily that Kilani and Kamos are trying an alternate potion of detect thoughts.
Then you just hear in your
It only
head,
works on the drinker.
So you just hear a thought in your head, just, but the potion doesn't work. That's why I wanted the scroll.
It's a different one. I don't know how long it lasts.
They're drinking, aren't
Unfortunately,
they?
fucking Kalani is just out there like, wow, this is like, it's like this the scene when Legolas has like that huge tankard of ale and goes, I think I feel something in my fingers.
Kamos keeps speaking to you, and
The man at the counter said it was a potion to detect thoughts. I don't have any more information than that.
Kamos is just like, my hands feel weird. This is weird. What's going on? And just starts speaking in a language. Yeah, he just starts speaking in a random language.
kind of sound like a bird for some reason.
Rods, what are you doing this whole thing?
We have like 10 shots. You want one? Muted Ruds.
Tired Rods. Fall asleep Rods. Push talk Rods.
Not
Yeah,
me.
Ruds fell asleep.
Fully fell asleep.
Rods fell asleep in an alleyway somewhere.
Is
So
it
yeah,
now-
so after
Now Rud's Wi-Fi? No.
maybe. So after a little bit, you get absolutely fucking wasted in the bar. Couple hours go by.
Well,
That's the
watch
thing
it,
to
because
do.
you guys can drown now.
Meanwhile, we'll say back at the boat, Lily, you guys got back there pretty shortly. You kind of put her in like a random bunk or something like that, or if you have something better, you choose. She just is fast asleep.
I am going to use one of my charges of Wild Companion to summon a fox to just kind of stay with her and keep her company while I go and work on potions.
And as you go to leave the room, you see that like leaning on the wall right outside the room, like I don't know if it was your room or just like a random room, like you see Talon just kind of there, arms folded, just kind of nods and says, I'm just gonna keep an eye that nothing happens.
Lily
So, like,
nods and then just like pulls out her goggles and they snap onto her face as she heads back into the lab.
So like the fox kind of curls up like next to Fern. As more of like an immediate response thing, but you get the feeling that Talon doesn't trust the situation, so they're just gonna keep an eye.
Yeah. So I have a mental connection to the fox, right? So if anything happens to it, I would be alerted.
I believe it's a familiar, and it would alert you. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it
Yeah, I think
basically
it just
allows me
follows
to cast
standard
Find
familiar rules.
Familiar. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So you're working on potions. Those two are getting absolutely hammered. Ruds fell asleep in a ditch apparently.
Oh no, his mic is back, so
Sorry,
he's
no,
here.
no.
Oh, hello, Ruds.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That's all good. So I don't know how much you missed, but basically, Kamos and Kalani got absolutely wasted.
As they do.
Kamos got wasted
yeah.
quicker and faster than Kilani because he's a
Yeah,
lightweight.
Kamos is just, he hasn't shut up this like for 2 hours straight. He's just talking and
And not speaking common the whole time.
yeah, it's never common. Like he's going back and forth. Like he'll throw a random common word in every now and then, but like otherwise it's just completely in a full-on different language.
I see.
Brom and Ruds, you guys were following them, so you're kind of at the bar as well. What do you guys like to be doing? I believe Kalani was offering you guys shots.
Yeah, we did buy 10.
Yeah.
I'll take
Do
a
I-
shot.
Sigurd would also take a shot for now.
Let's do Constitution saving throws, gentlemen.
All right. There.
Kalani, you do get a decent buzz on. For some reason, your alcoholic tendencies over the years have made you slightly resistant.
Yeah, tolerance, baby.
This is why Lily doesn't buy drinks for Kilani anymore.
And this is why the single
people are out at a bar. Not single, but childless.
Childless.
I have to maybe open this thing up because it's lagging so much that it's not even.
Kamos is now singing a sea shanty in the different language, and
Hell yeah.
no one understands it.
That's
Well, actually,
alright.
I guess I should ask. Free, does anyone understand my sea shanty in my other language here?
Actually, it doesn't even say what language that is.
No. It's
What language?
Aarakocra. It's my special.
Specifically, Aarakocra.
Yeah.
You probably have a couple guys who you actually know what? Make a perception check. And I do believe because you are considered you're poisoned as disadvantage. Yeah.
I was like, I assume at disadvantage here.
You got the beer goggles on, man.
Oh,
Hell yeah. Rolls continue to suck.
So you're looking around and it's like the place is spinning. You are absolutely fucked off your ass. And you get this one time, this one guy claps you on the shoulder and he just kind of screeches in your ear. He's just like, "That's a good song, man. You got a really good enunciation there, bud." And you look over and you see a fucking Aarakocra like in the bar, just like claw on your shoulders. You're like, "You're saying some things, man. I can understand it.
Saying
real
some
good."
things, man. I can understand it. That's how talking works.
I was here,
Like-
man.
I feel like one of you's drunk and one of you's high.
That was Free saying that.
Yeah.
I was mimicking him.
Well, maybe that Aarakocra's high.
Maybe.
So you just see this Aarakocra just kind of like in your face, and he just kind of grabbed you, and he's just like kind of swaying with you
Oh.
as you kind of just kind of shouting this.
The Aarakocra ordered levitate at the bar.
What do you wish to do when he grabs you on the shoulder?
I would like to perceive if it's friendly or not.
Roll an insight check.
At disadvantage.
Yeah, everything's a disadvantage, buddy. This guy, hard to read.
I ask him if he wants a drink.
He goes, "What I want you to do is to get a drink for all my friends here, in lieu of the fact that your pronunciation is so good."
I was like, I buy a round, and I'm like, where are you guys from? And I just kind of go start chatting with them.
He goes, yeah, we're from here, buddy. What I want to know is what you talking. What are you talking out there? You saying a lot of words, man. What kind of stuff you saying?
Do you
Is it
want
true?
Everything.
Everything?
Yeah.
So you told her all about it last night, huh?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Hey, you told her to get in on it? Yeah.
Yeah. You want
That's my girl you're talking about, man.
Oh. You want in?
Doubles down. Hey, that's the drunk role play I like to see.
That was amazing.
He just there's this awkward pause, and you just see he just throws a punch right at you, right in the center of your face. I rolled his Lily for some reason. But yeah, so he just kind of goes to punch you. You get this weird, like kind of like vertigo sensation, and he just like it just misses slightly. Still knocks you over. And you see a lot of the guys are like, "Oh shit!" Due to your feline tendencies and your monk-like tendencies, you like kind of like fall backwards, but like you like twist and catch yourself. Like you don't hit the ground at all.
Too bad you're not a drunken monk. This would be perfect for you.
Right. You know what? There's still time to spec into that.
Earlier, I got Kasori's Constitution. I didn't get Rudz's Constitution.
Oh, whoops. That was accidentally in private. Oops. There you go. It was 13.
You both are like, you're really buzzing. It's really strong liquor, but you're not like wasted. Like Kamos is like tipsy drunk. Like he's like, wow, is this guy drinking this? I don't know. But yeah, Kamos, you kind of fall down, kind of like catch yourself and stand up, and then this guy has his friends kind of holding him back, and he looks pissed.
I'm chuckling at him.
Which is not helping his mood, but his friends are like holding him back, and he goes, "It's not worth it, man. It's not worth it." And she goes, "You fucking pirate! I'll kick your ass, man."
I'd like to see you try.
Kasori, you hear
A
in your
couple
head.
bouncers walk over and grab the guy and kind of like drag him outside.
Kasori, you hear in your head. Are you guys coming back soon? It's pretty quiet on the ship.
I'll pass along the message to everyone who can hear it.
I don't remember.
Ask her if she wants a drink. I just bought a whole round for these guys, and they were dumb and tried to fight me, so we got a bunch of free alcohol now.
And there is like the bouncers
That's
pull these guys
fucking-
out, and this guy
That is girl
pouring these
math.
drinks.
I bought these for these guys. They didn't drink them, so they're free.
Yep.
Yeah.
Except for I paid for them. Yeah, by the way, free. How much do I owe this guy? I gotta take out my money.
Let's say another like, are you buying the same shit that you just got, or are you
Sure.
buying just like regular drinks? Because the same shit you bought is
Carlos
like,
would just he
that's like the
agreed
top
to
shelf
buy
shit.
a round for all of them, and he was just like, "Yeah, I'll buy it."
so they were 5 silver each per the shot, so there'll be another two gold pieces.
Alright, deducting 2 gold from the pocket.
Yeah. So and there's like, and like the bartender's like pouring them onto the little shots on the counter as the basically the bouncers pull this guy away. You just kind of take a seat back at the bar, kind of drum your fingers, look over, and go, "Oh, someone left these shots here."
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, can you pack these to go by any chance?
Yeah, it's actually against the law to do that.
I hate how.
Hey, what's that over there?
Described my blackout drunk night with that sentence free. I'm just, ooh, someone left these shots here.
Somebody poured this in my mouth. It's not my fault. Hey, Parm, you got any orange cream soda? Orange porch pop?
Tell Lily we're bringing shots for the child.
We are not giving the child shots.
Okay.
You notice that like Kasori is doing that thing where they're shouting a little bit into them, like they don't need to, but like they're raising their voice, probably because they're in a big environment.
Yes. I'm sorry, but I just think we need to head out, and I'm apologizing in advance. Sarah's gonna walk up. How many shots are on the bar?
So there were 10 originally, and then there are 4 more. So there's 14 total. Each of you had at least one. I don't know how many or more you wanted to have.
And the drinks?
That was all the drinks.
It was more
it was-
shots that Kamos bought.
Yeah, it was
No, but
just shots.
But then also the drinks that he paid for the
Those were
That was the shots.
Yeah. So
That
there's
was
14
before
total
action.
between the three, between
So
the
there's
4.
still 10 extra shots sitting on, assuming we've only drank one.
Yeah,
I'm
we
gonna
down-
assume Kamos drank more than one already.
Well, anyway, Sigurd's gonna down all of them in quick succession.
Jesus Christ.
And then
I-
gonna say, we're going.
Roll
Am I
a con save at disadvantage.
Yeah, I figured.
I'm gonna be the only fucking sober person here.
That's why I apologize in advance.
I was like, Kamos already dumped like 2 into
Motherfucker.
his water pouch.
Yeah, I was gonna say you probably had a couple each. but
I was like,
Kamos
Kamos definitely, especially as you start taking him, is trying to from you.
So yeah, basically like the exact number is skewed obviously because there were like 14 total. You probably Kamos and Kalani had a couple at least. I think Brome had at least one. But yeah, so whatever's left on the counter, you just like it's like 5 or 6 or so. You just kind of down them all in succession. As he does that, you just guys all watch the bartender go, "Oh no." Oh, that's not good. And like you see the bartender pulls up just this piece of plastic and just puts it over his head. As yeah. Sigurd,
Oh, no.
you feel this calmness. And there's no sound, and there's just this level of peace that you have. But you feel this kind of weird kind of like scratching on your stomach, and you just feel it just all come up in once, and you just like fire hydrants spray all over the bar, and then that's the last thing you remember before your friends have to drag you out as you're completely unconscious.
Lightweight.
So yeah, you guys basically drag. You have to drag his unconscious body out of the bar. Kamos is odd. He looks like he does need a hand, like quite heavily, but he's done this thing where like he goes to fall over, but he's got this weird agility that he just kind of corrects himself.
You know,
So he's just like heavily staggering.
Like he's
this is
practiced at
the
it.
worst situation for us because Kamos is too drunk to help with carrying him out. Me and Brome are not too drunk to help carry out, but me and Brome have. I'm assuming you also have an 8 in strength, yeah?
No, I'm gonna.
Oh, okay. But you're short.
He's a sailor, man. He's a sailor. He's got the.
All right.
He has to do some.
Never mind. We might be fine then.
You're basically dragging like his legs are like on the ground.
Where's
He's like
our
dragging in the
horse
dirt.
when we need it?
As you say that,
Hard cuts back to the ship, and there's like Lily's just like doing the thing where she's got like a beaker in front of her, and she slowly dropped one drop into it, tongue in the corner of her mouth.
and then
If she
sneezes.
fucks this up, the whole thing could explode. Hyper concentration. Yeah.
And then you
She's
just hear
back
in your
at home
head,
with her kid she adopted.
Damn parenthood.
So yeah, you basically drag Sigurd's unconscious body out of the bar. Unless you guys want something else to do, I'm assuming you guys are heading back to the boat.
Unless those guys want to pick a fight.
Those guys are long gone. Bouncer basically kicked them out.
Yeah, they better be.
Pussies.
Definitely
We
can't
could've
carry
taken them.
drag.
Meanwhile, by the way, the whole trip back, Kamos is just still nonstop talking.
Yeah.
And 50% in, once again, I like
Just
that you can't.
just chatty as
Just
fuck.
drunken acrobaticing everywhere.
He's like, oh hey guys, check
Teleporting
this
around
out.
in shadows.
Yeah, he's like, check this out. Does some parkour. Eats shit, but lands it somehow. You know what I mean? Like,
Like, hits his head on a sign above a doorway, but lands perfectly fine.
yeah. And then like you see like Nightcrawler style, he's just like ping pong teleporting around into the corners. He's like, check me out over here. Now I'm over here. Now I'm over here. So as you guys eventually get back to the ship. Farm, you have, if you had some cooking done, you can have whatever you did. You know, there you got a nice batch of those.
Yep.
Assuming you're kind of taking a break on the fresh air, you're outside. You get that like little bit of like, you take the goggles off, and there's a perfectly clean circle around each eye.
Yeah.
Or otherwise, there's a little bit of grime and like kind of blast on there. You just see this weird situation where these two guys are dragging this third guy, and there's a fourth guy just literally magically teleporting and doing flips and shit. And as they get closer, you realize, oh, that's
as
my
they're
party.
approaching and I'm seeing that, Lily's just gonna kind of think in her head to Kasori, you guys might want to hurry up and get back here. We got some really sketchy people coming up on the ship.
I gotta look around. I don't see no sketchy people. I can see the ship.
Hey, Lily!
Oh my god. Lily's just gonna look up to the sky at the moon. Saluna, please.
So
You
Lily,
see a hawk fly
you
by.
see Sigurd being dragged. Like he's like, they have like one arm over each of their shoulders, and they're struggling to pull him. His legs are straight up dragging in the ground, almost waist to the ground. Like they're just like dragging him in the ground up to the gangplank, and it's like they're carrying like heavy potato sacks. Like they're struggling with this guy who is completely just out.
All right.
And Kamos is not out there.
As they come up onto the ship, Lily's just gonna say, just put him in the corner. Make it so if he throws up through one of the holes.
As you say
crew
that,
is
I hand you
asleep.
5 gold, and I'm like, they didn't have the scroll.
Okay, well, thanks for trying anyway.
You just see like Kamos just like looks you dead in the eyes and just goes, "I think you bought it." Or I think she bought it.
Yeah, I gave her the gold back.
Like right now, Kamos, you have 0 ability to not just say your thoughts out loud. Like you're just like
no, I
there's
said
no
that.
filter.
I'm like, I gave her the gold back. We're fine. I'm talking to her when I say this too, because I don't know who I'm talking to anymore.
I'm gonna try to get Sigurd somewhere where he can safely sleep off his soon-to-be hangover.
Just use some of the
put him in the
deck
corner.
rope and tie him on his side against one of the railings, so if he pukes, it goes into the ocean and not on the ship.
Oh, I know how to do that. I've done that to all my shipmates. I'll help you.
As you say this, there's a little like involuntary gurgle from Sigurd.
Get
Lily's
him
gonna
over
run
quick.
over, grab him by the ankle, and drag him quickly to the edge of the boat, and just slam him chest first up against the railing.
There's a bit of spray all over the deck of the railing. The majority of it does go out into the water. A little bit hits like the posts of the actual dock, and it's just like, yeah, you kind of roll him on like back over, and his eyes are just completely rolled it back into his head. There's a slight moan, and there's just like it's all down his chin. He's fucking out. It's also what you notice is like this kind of weird thick tar like it's like it's very dark.
What the fuck did you guys drink? Fucking asphalt?
It was called
Detect Thoughts.
Detect Thoughts.
Was it Jaeger bombs?
Jaeger bombs are not that
Basically,
thick.
Like pure 100% Jaeger.
Kamos
tasted like, at least.
magically appears back with a drink in his hand. He's like, all right, we just got to give him this and he'll be fine. Trust me. I've seen
Lily's gonna
this
reach out
before.
and take it from
It's
you.
a magical drink. Just trust me.
Lily's gonna reach out and take it from you and dip her pinky in and taste it. What kind of potion is it?
It's not a potion. It just tastes horrible. It's a bunch of random shit mixed together. Like in college when it's like all your friends would tell you, oh yeah, just drink this and your hangover would be, you don't have hangover. So it's like
is it like the bar mat squeezed into a cup?
yeah, basically that. Yeah, so it's just like a bunch of disgusting shit, and it's just like, no, trust me. My buddies, my ship buddies, this works every time.
Does it smell bad?
Of course.
Are you guys gonna try and give it to Sigurd?
So it sounds like Kamos is at least.
I'm gonna go to bed.
As soon as you bring it close to his nose, he's gonna instinctively cast shield.
So you're unconscious. You have no reaction.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, you kind of don't have
This
a
is
taste,
a-
though.
This is they have to physically pry your mouth open. Like you are just unable to do anything.
This is a consent from you is not needed anymore. And for legal reasons, that's a joke.
Does it seem like they're forcing me to do anything? Because my hawk is still flying around.
True, the hawk would still have capability.
Lily's gonna pull one of the extra potions she had that were failures that aren't as strong, and just kind of waterboard Sigurd with one, just to wash the puke off of his face and get some of it in his mouth to recover some HP in case he did take any from puking.
Telling you, give him the drink.
It's
have a
sitting on
lot
the
of
ground
experience
next to
with
his
this.
head. She's like, "You can go ahead. I'm not getting involved with the
Alright.
puke anymore."
Oh, try this. Is it? This can't stop the puke.
I'm just gonna go and check on Fern, and then she's just gonna head below deck.
I go.
You try and feed it to him, Carlos.
Yeah.
So Ruds, yeah, your hawk doesn't know exactly what happened. They just know that you're poisoned, you're unconscious, you're not moving. These guys did help you, but you have this weird, sharp, just like that's more of the bad stuff. Maybe don't do that.
Yeah. I just have to just quickly read up on the familiar thing again.
The familiar can act completely autonomously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your connection is severed in the way that you can't tell if you're actually like giving commands back and forth because you're unconscious, but like it can act on its own for sure.
As I see the hawk, I tell it in Aarakocra because I see bird, so I think bird. I'm like, trust me, this is gonna help him.
For legal reasons, that was definitely racism.
And then once again, I go back to pouring it in his mouth.
And it's one of those things where you have to like you wrap your arm around his head because you have to like pinch his mouth open, and you gotta like bring the potion up, and he's just like he's dead weight, so there's a lot of like struggling with it. But yeah, you start to pour the potion into his mouth.
And potion is very much in quotation marks here.
Yeah.
This once again, it's like college theory, but in this case, pirate theory of like, yeah, this cures the drunkenness. All right, does it work? Is the question though for you.
Let's find it. All right. So before I go any further, does the hawk want to do anything? I did roll for it, and I have an answer. I just want to see what Hawk's doing first.
It's gonna be like right beside him.
So this bird basically lands on your shoulder, all but your Kamos, and you kind of pour it into his mouth. You get all it's slightly syrupy because it's kind of older and stuff. You kind of pour it in there, and you kind of like kind of it does go down his throat slightly. Involuntarily, he just starts coughing, and then like as you kind of like get this little bit of like spray up on your face, you kind of turn your head away, and just like an inch from your eye is just this hawk staring at you. And you just get this weird feeling that this hawk is looking at you like just like ready to bite you or something. But you do manage to feed him the potion. Yeah, you do manage to feed him the potion.
But does he like wake up and become
not at all?
Just give it to him, guys. It'll work.
In your experience, this sometimes is like a take your drunkenness away. Sometimes it's stops your hangover. Sometimes it makes it worse. They don't need to know that last part. But you could find out in the morning. We'll see what happens. It didn't work instantaneously, but maybe something happens tomorrow.
Guys, it doesn't always work right away. He'll be fine. Trust me, bird. I got you. I got your friend.
It just tilts its head.
Little click of the beak. While you're going back down, you said you were doing something?
Yeah, I was just gonna go down and check on Fern.
And also, Beryl, what are you doing once you get back on the boat watching all this shenanigans?
Bed.
Fair. Yeah, so you guys basically both make your way down. Kind of like Lily's probably just like looking at Kehlani. Kehlani's I don't know how you're trying to hide your drunkenness, or I don't know what you're doing there, but you both make your way down.
Not even the slightest.
Lily's gonna offer her shoulder and just kind of like roll her eyes at her.
I'm not that drunk. That's good. I have drugged that motherfucker out here. I'm good.
Lily will just stand
Fine.
with her hands on her hips and watch you walk down the stairs.
Slight stumbling, kind of like when you're wearing heels and you're not practiced at it, but like no trips and falls. Kehlani can hold their
I
liquor.
wasn't that drunk. I'm not safe to drive a ship, but I can walk down the street.
So you kind of get down to the lower deck. You guys see Talon still just kind of like arms against the door, kind of like head back, eyes closed, but like when you walk in the room, you see like one eye open. And you swear you just see a little shake of the head when they see you, Bear. barrel. Talon does judge. Parm, you kind of walk up and you kind of look in the room and you can see that the fox is now like completely cuddled up under it, like a little pillow under Fern's head.
Lily
No change.
is going to cast Goodberry in the corner and make it a small little strawberry bush. Just leave it there for when she wakes up so she can have something to snack on if nobody's awake.
Something to snack on as one berry does a whole belly's day.
Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. And when she needs actual food, she's gonna eat that and then not be able to eat anything for the rest of the thing. She's gonna be too full.
And you spawned and you created a bush, so she would have to eat the branches
No, just the
to
berry.
get the fill.
You pick the you grow a bush or whatever vine, and you just have to eat the berry in total.
I prefer
Yeah.
just eating the berry minus any bush.
Yeah, you should think is the strawberry has the little greeny bit. That you do have to eat, for sure. It's varying degrees.
Technically, Goodberry just makes the berries appear in your hand.
Yeah, I'm just
But the
flavoring
rule
it
of
as
cool,
it grows.
The rule of cool.
We
I got what Parm was putting down. I get it.
we flavor it as it grows from whatever it's on, and it kind of takes a bit of the taste of whatever it grows on as well. So it's basically it's strawberries. It tastes like strawberries, but they have like a little bit of a wood aftertaste to them from growing from the boards.
You good, bro?
A little bit of sea salt.
I see you're moving your token there. I was
Wait,
flat around with
our tokens aren't on grid.
No, because they're not meant to be moved. I just put them down there so that way I can see your stats at the bottom. Easy. Yeah, so you guys managed a full rest without interruption. If this would work. My
the
program
full
is
rest-
lagging so hard.
Before the full rest officially happens, if anyone ever went back up to check on Sigurd, Kamos was just sitting there the whole time talking to him and be like, this one time with Captain Guck, we got so drunk, and he's just telling him drunk stories, and you just keep hearing this name, Captain Guck. I don't know who heard it, but that's what Kamos has been doing all night.
So Kamos has exhaustion. Because Kamos didn't sleep if he was up all night telling stories.
Yep.
Pretty much until Kamos himself falls asleep. You do know that Kamos does thrive more in the dark. So yeah, you guys manage a full rest. Ruds, you awaken. Like you take the shot, and you feel that gurgle, and then all of a sudden you're in a different place. Like you just blacked out hard from that. You didn't even hit the ground. You were standing up when you blacked out. And all of a sudden you're laying down, your whole body aches, your knees feel like they're on fire from being dragged through the streets. And you see there is a Kamos who's just kind of sitting next to you, like arms up on their knees and just kind of just talking into the night air, you just get this all as you go to move, you feel your whole body just resist. You have at least one level of exhaustion after the rest.
Yeah.
And a hell of a fucking hangover.
Where is the ocean on the sky?
You also feel that there are chunks of whatever you ate all over your chest and in your shirt and stuff like that.
Your face is
It's a
also
bad day
very
for you.
sticky because it's covered in failed healing potion.
That was
Slight cherry.
Okay.
And the worst part is your
Why do you
mouth
have
tastes like an ashtray.
250 ping? Holy shit.
That's what I'm saying. My program is lagging so hard.
Yeah, your ping is real high.
I got ruts
Impressive.
pain. Damn.
No, my ping's at 63. It's great.
Usual ruts pain.
Ah, but that was when I had him.
Which is impressive because it's my application.
Yeah.
How the fuck?
Ruds actually has
would
better ping
restart-
than me right now.
Yeah.
I
This
have
is the
better
best.
thing than you.
I'd restart Foundry if I were you.
But yeah, you the worst part of it though, Rudd, is your mouth tastes like an ashtray.
So I'm assuming that it is like bright out and the docks are live right now, right?
Yeah, like whatever. I forget what time I put it to. I think it's like 9 in the morning. Yeah, the docks are live.
Okay. And the waters are murky. I'm assuming.
The waters are fairly clear in general. Just with like up against the dock, there's that little bit of silt from like the water splashing up against the edge. So like it wouldn't be like murky where you can't see through it, but it's a little bit cloudy.
All right. Sigurd's just gonna kind of go for a dip to clean up.
And your whole body resists you. You basically have to tumble over the edge.
Yeah.
But you do manage to splash right in. And yeah, it's cold, soothing, up to you.
Yeah. Awakening. And just keeping a grip on a support of the actual docks so that he doesn't, just sink and float away.
Yeah. Like, has anybody ever seen Brooklyn Nine-Nine when Rosa has the hangover? That's basically what you're like right now. It's a lot of not moving and So,
Trust, it would have been worse if I didn't give you that drink, but it would have been worse.
So like, I've seen some Nine-Nine, and I find it hard to believe Rosa would behave that way.
there was one episode where they got so absolutely wasted that she could not even stand in the morning, and like she had to distract the captain, so she's sitting there like on the treadmill, not moving, just going and they're just talking, and it's like, right, Rosa, just goes to a couch in the corner where she's face down in it, just
Lily's just gonna come upstairs, just kind of stretch her back and just kind of look around. All right, Kasori, let's get ready to head out to that island you wanted to go to, I guess. What's wrong with you guys?
everybody else, you don't have a hangover per se, but you get that little bit of grossness. Except Beryl. Beryl's perfectly fine. Beryl's perfectly fine. It's that little, like, you know when you drink too much of like a soft drink or something like that, and it's got that little, like, just ugh, like it's kind of like in the, yeah, you just don't want that. It's got too much sugar and stuff like that. It's kind of the same idea. Like it's some thick stuff. It's still rolling around, and yeah, you're just like, yeah. Except Beryl. Beryl's
I
perfectly fine.
detected too many thoughts last night.
Everyone but Beryl.
The classic.
You Kamos is basically like leaned up against the thing, dipping in and out of consciousness, of like falling asleep, trying to stay awake. The sun does catch you in the eyes, and you kind of reel back a little bit.
Kama's like, man, it's been a while since I've done that. Ugh.
Yeah, you're
Also,
a
your
lightweight.
jaw hurts. Like, you have been talking nonstop until the liquor faded.
Gosh, that's before I was a monk. Ugh. Did I say anything last night?
Yeah,
What
a lot
didn't you say?
actually.
What?
In a mix of chirping noises and normal common.
You have brief flashes of information, like you remember an Aarakocra, but you don't remember what happened with him.
I also
remember-
think you may have said you fucked an Aarakocra's girlfriend. I could
mean,
be
that-
wrong, but just based on the general
No,
attitude.
that sound that tracks. That makes sense to me.
And then I think
Do we know
you
where
asked if he wanted to
that
join in on it.
Yeah, that track. Do we know where that Aarakocra went? Just no reason, but just
He got kicked out.
okay. All right, that's fine. Is that worse? Is that the worst thing in it?
Well, that's the only thing we really got out of it that we could understand. Well, we didn't even understand it. It just got translated for us in kind of secondhand nature to get context clues of the conversation you were having with him.
Okay, that's fine. Forget I speak Aarakocra, okay?
Did you do a little interspecies breeding in your past? Thought cats were supposed to eat birds. I guess, in a way.
I thought both male and female had only cloaca.
Listen,
Anyways,
Lily's just like finger on
maybe-
chin looking
maybe
at the
we'll
sky.
take those shots again another time and you'll get the story, but
What the
alright.
fuck?
figures just using.
but
your
just, you know,
craft to
just-
dry himself off.
If you hear of any more Aarakocra, just let me know. Let me know. And once again, forget that I speak it. You don't know that.
Don't know what.
Exactly.
See the deckhands are coming out, and the guy's like, "I'm so proud. We did such a good job cleaning last night." What the hell?
Gotta give them something to do. I take over
Like-
their wind, the
You just
the
hear,
wind
"Oh, it's all down
navigation.
the side of the ship." Oh.
Blame Sigurd.
He did willingly choose to do way too many of those.
I was trying to get us out of there.
Then we had to drag you.
At this point, Lily, I'm assuming you're closest to the door or something like that, leads back down. You hear a small shout from below. It goes, "Hey, get down here."
Lily will look confused and kind of just finish stretching and make her way downstairs.
You see Talon at the bottom of the stairs, and she kind of like nods her head towards the room where Fern was. As you get closer, you see Fern is basically sitting on the edge of the bed, just kind of gently chewing on a strawberry, with a little fox kind of curled up on her lap.
Lily will just kind of like kneel down a little bit. How are you feeling?
I'm all right. What happened?
You started screaming that you were hearing voices in your head and collapsed.
I don't remember that. Sorry.
Is there anything you need to tell us about? Anything that happened to you before you met us? That anybody who would have done anything to you magically or something?
As you ask that question, you see Kamos like slink backwards.
I don't remember anything from more than a couple days ago.
Lily's just gonna side eye towards Talon, just uh-oh.
I woke up in an alleyway, and I was really hungry, so I went and got some food, and then that's when I met you.
Lily is going to shout up to the deck. Is the morning stew ready?
See, the cook just kind of steps out and goes, "It's been ready for a half an hour."
Could you bring me a bowl of it, please?
Absolutely, Captain. Kind of backs into the galley area. Comes back out a few minutes later with like a decent, almost like a mug, like a stein filled with this like stew and a little plate with some bread and cheese on it.
And Lily will hand it over towards Fern. Before you finish that strawberry, here, eat this.
And she takes it gladly. Goes through it.
If you're feeling hungry later, finish that strawberry.
She's feeding little bits of bread to the fox as well.
Yeah.
Sigurd finally manages to get back up on the deck with the help of one of the deckhands. You got in the water, and you have enough motion to move, but like climbing up that like kind of like pole was kind of hard. Deck, you were just kind of like, God damn it, help! And someone had to like kind of pick you up and help you. You just kind of collapse onto the deck again.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds alright. Sorry about all of this.
You see, the cook comes back up from down below and kind of hands out a bunch of mugs of this stew to everybody. Breakfast is here. It's got meat in it this time.
Oh, luxury.
Sigurd, you do manage to eat it if you want something, although it is not the best for your appetite right now.
Oh, he's going.
But you do, yeah, you gotta eat that slow. You take a few more pieces of bread. It's you feel pretty gross. You're alive, but you don't really remember what happened.
Kalmos, after staring at his for like 2 minutes, handed to Fern.
Yeah, she just eats and eats and eats and eats and eats. She does go up to the deck with you guys, enjoying the bright air. She seems like very skinny and malnourished over time, but she seems like she's doing better now. She's also had a good rest in her.
Did you want to do some practicing this morning after you're done eating?
She agrees to anything that you basically want to do. She's very amiable. Any attempt to question her on what's going on, she just doesn't remember. Aside from that, she's very cheerful, and she accepts anything that you guys say. You want to do some practice? She'll definitely try.
And that's essentially what Lily will be doing, is trying to teach her druidcraft again.
You see Talon is on the deck, but she's leaning against the wall, just kind of watching you guys. Does anybody have what they want to do?
Well, that's Lily's plan, is to teach her while we begin sailing over to the island that, what was it, the Aileron Island?
Yeah.
Kalmos is surprisingly just sitting quietly.
That never happens.
He talked his mouth off last night.
Sigurd's probably just giving the hawk some of the meat from the stew.
On the hawk, just like it's on your shoulder or arm or wherever you want it, and it's still eating it, but it's like still watching combos, like staring.
Kalmos is oblivious of it. He seems off in a different world right now.
Did he talk with you last night?
Kind of like little tiny little screech under its breath, like.
Oh no. What'd he say?
And then the hawk proceeds to say a bunch of stuff. I don't believe you speak hawk,
No.
but it just kind of has a little like a one-sided conversation, like you're talking to a pet.
Really? Oh, great. So Kamos, you talked with my hawk? Or my
What?
friend hawk?
What? I mean, I think I did a lot of talking, but yeah, I told it I'd make you better.
Is that why my mouth tasted so chalky this morning?
I think that was Lily. Mine shouldn't have done that.
Lily just kind of like looks up from spawning flowers on the deck, just like, what? I heard my name.
You gave Sigurd a potion last night.
Yeah, it was to make it so that way he wouldn't wake up super dehydrated. Then you decided to pour more liquor down his throat.
It wasn't liquor.
It was the existence of every type of liquor known to you.
It was the equivalent of that. Like that idea of just a bunch of random shit thrown together. It wasn't actually liquor. It was the miracle hangover drink of college fame that doesn't ever actually work, but everyone's convinced it does.
The hawk also communicates with you telepathically, Ruds.
Yeah.
And basically, it's not like you're watching a video of it, but it does tell you everything that happened. So you're kind of caught up.
Yeah. So who's Duck or Gok?
Where'd you hear that name? Kamos looks scared when you mention that name.
The hawk just cocks its head at you like, what now, boy?
It's like, bitch, I speak bird. I am a bird. You were being racist, but you were right.
The hawk did not blink once. It stared at you the entire night. It heard everything you had to say and can recite that back to Ruds.
Where did you hear that name?
My hawk heard it from you last night.
You need to be careful where you say that name. You don't know who's listening.
Okay.
Apparently, the hawk's listening.
Can your hawk be trusted?
I look at the hawk.
The hawk doesn't move. Fucking Kamos, you swear it smiles at you. like you just, you blink and it's not that, but you just could have swore it just kind of like shook its head slightly at you. Like, I don't know, you don't know if this hawk trusts you.
I don't know if I trust this hawk.
Yeah, this is a little bit of a situation we're on here.
I trust my hawk. Friend.
Just be careful. Once again, careful where you say that name.
Alright. Just between us then.
Kamos is back, like, just staring off into, like, nothingness, like, looking just scared out of his mind.
Yeah, I can... Oh, Lily, I can also help with some of the, spells and stuff as well, since I can also do this and summon some flowers as well. Probably like a daffodil.
Lily's just gonna look down to Fern. Do you think maybe you want to learn from both of us?
She seems up for anything, yeah. She's like, yeah, for sure.
I mean, I could use a little bit of a break to go and get some food. If you want to sit down and start teaching her.
Yeah, of course.
And Lily will get up, dust off her legs, and look down to Fern. Just make sure you follow what he says. And then she'll make her way down to get something to eat. Another stein of stew.
Hilarious bit of roleplay information here. Druidcraft is a spell. Sigurd casts it differently than Palm Dust.
Yeah, I know.
Sigurd is an arcane caster versus the nature caster. So this will be a little hilarious, but she does not do a very good job. This is trying to teach a muggle how to do magic in there. It's like it nothing happens. She tries and tries and tries. Just does not get a good hang of it. It might take a lot more practice for her to even get the basics. But you guys can do that for sure.
I can also do this if you find this a little more interesting. And just like spin some like mini blades around his head.
She's enamored by it. Looks really cool. A lot of flashy magics. So while Sigurd is doing some fun stuff with some cantrips, Lily's going to get some food, which is easily brought to you as well from like the cook. We got Kilani and Kamos and Kasori. What are you guys doing during this time?
I'm
helping
still
Cap.
gel shocked from past trauma and is literally staring off into space.
Okay. Sorry, Brom, you were saying something?
Kasori's helping Captain get the ship going.
And the captain just kind of leans out and goes, "All right, so what's our heading? What's the plan?"
So if I'm unmuted, we're heading to the southwestern side of Alron Isle.
Oh, no, really? You know, we're not arguing here at all. I'm just kind of pointing out there's nothing down there. It's abandoned.
There is if you know where you're looking.
And he kind of taps his nose and goes, "Hey, that's why you're the boss." Just kind of starts shouting out orders, kind of like you're talking to him calmly, and then he's the one who's megaphoning to all the crew to stuff, right? You know, and yeah, so you guys can get the ship going pretty easily. The plan is to head southward. As you go, as you make your way towards the Iron Curtain, you see there's a couple ships that are kind of out there that have the Vulcan's Bay crest on it. You come up alongside one of them and you kind of talk to him and kind of give your directions. What you tell is your destination. They're asking like, why do you want to go through? This is going from like the U.S. to the Canada on a checkpoint.
We're heading to Corvus for an initial rest stop, then actually planning to head to Port Javier to visit family.
Checks out. Just watch yourself out there. Pirate activity's pretty heavy.
Good to know.
And he kind of looks over your papers pretty quickly, the ones that you had made up for the ship. Doesn't really seem to really register them too much. It's more of a formality. You know, this guy's TSA is checking 100 passports a day kind of vibe. And he just kind of he kind of goes back onto his ship, kind of signals that you're good to go, and they open up the gates for you basically. And you guys manage to get through the blockade. As you start heading south, you got probably about a day's journey. Not even, not quite. It's just down the road. Anything you want to do while you are traveling?
Lily is just hoping to get Fern to learn the basics and be able to channel at least a little bit of magic in some way. Like even if she gets sparks or anything like that to happen, at least it's a step.
So as you and Sigurd are basically like, tag teaming this, you do notice that there's a little bit of overlap where some things do match, but like your magic's more of like, pull the energy from the earth and the natural channels, and Sigurd's like, this is the symbol you have to draw in your mind. Like perfectly with this ligature and everything. And it's like, it's a little bit confusing, but the general presentation is still the same. One thing you notice is that as try as you might, Fern does not produce anything. It's kind of frustrating actually, because she's got a good technique. The things she's doing is proper, just nothing's happening. And you've done this with a couple people over the years, at least Lily. Other people in your village. There was that random guy that you walked into recently that managed to do it after you and Talon kind of tag teamed out a little bit, where even just some kind of failed energy should still be pulled out, but she has nothing. It puts her hands out and nothing happens. And she looks a little down from that. Like she kind of thinks every now and then, like out loud, that she's doing something wrong.
While she's practicing with Sigurd, Lily's going to approach Kilani and just ask her if there's anything she could possibly teach her, because maybe she's not able to pull magic from the surrounding area, but she may have magic inside her that Kilani could help her learn from.
See, I just had a thought. What if she had her connection to magic severed?
Yeah.
And had a little run-in with our friends up north.
Mm-hmm.
And something happened that got her here.
There's also the potential for her to have been a warlock as well. And she was cut off.
That too.
And that could be why there was that.
This could be why she lost her memory.
Sense.
But for Lily, yeah, I'd try. Yeah, I make that comment, but I'm like, oh, maybe it's just yeah. I'll see if she do sorcerer stuff. Maybe she's got magic in her.
Yeah, because
Do you want to learn some bowmanship?
Lily will
She's
just,
hesitant, but we'll still try anything. She's very, like, yeah.
because Lily will just say to Kilani, everybody that I've ever met has, even you, have been able to pull from the nature plane for drawing magic. Whether or not you can
And then there's
control
immediately a cut back to when you guys were kids and you're teaching her druidcraft, but she puts it into sorcerer style and it makes a plant explode in flames.
it, but it did something.
Goes back to it. Yeah, exactly.
Like,
yeah.
Even if you aren't trained in it, something should happen. So there is something not right. And it might be what Tilan was detecting in her.
Well, if she can't really make anything fail to happen through arcane means or through nature means, and not through her own means, my earlier theory might be right.
Yeah, I mean, it is something we can potentially have looked at, I suppose. I wonder if there's any way to reverse it.
Guess as good as mine on that one.
Hmm.
So the way you want to hold your body is you want to keep yourself straight, and you just want to extend your left arm out all the way, and then you just reach forward with your right arm to grab the bowstring, and you slowly pull back. Okay.
And she kind of pulls back. She seems like she struggles with it slightly, but eventually she gets the technique down, and she does pretty good on the bow, considering. You have a couple of the crewmen grab a couple barrels and they kind of set them up on the edge. So you guys kind of have some targets, like you're pretty much dead on the money, bullseye every time because of your just natural training. But and she misses a few of them. You lose a couple arrows, but she manages to hit the target like a solid 4 out of 10 times.
Hey, that's pretty good for just.
And she's pretty happy. And this is over the course of a couple hours, obviously.
Hey, Sigurd, you mind if I try seeing if she can do some sorcerer stuff real quick? I got a working theory I want to test after talking with Lily.
Do you want to try that for him?
She is kind of like, okay.
Well, if you want to, then there you go.
What sorcerer cantrip do I have that I would want to play around with her with?
Just grab her by the head with socking grasp. She just passes the fuck out. Just practice it on Sigurd. Easy.
I only have 2 damaging ones. It's fine.
I just gotta practice and use Sigurd as the catalyst.
I mean, given the trouble I gave them last night, I wouldn't blame them.
We'll just play around with prestidigitation with her. Tried to get her to
how do
do
you-
something like that.
How do you just describe? So basically, Sigurd's been teaching her like the magic theory, right? Lily's been teaching her like the whole like it's more of a feeling you put from the earth, right? You reach out and you grasp it with your mind. Like, what's the sorcerer version?
You feel it
Well,
tingling
alright.
between your shoulder blades.
Well, you know how Sigurd's telling you to like picture in your mind and all that. Ignore that first and foremost. That's not gonna help you here. Lily's pulling it. That kind of works, except from pulling it from the earth. Kind of, you gotta look inside yourself with it. You gotta try to hone in on any magical energy inside you that you feel, because you are the conduit, not anything else. See, that's what's great about sorcerers. We don't need something else to pull our power from.
She looks extremely confused. And you're just like this, and you just do something, and she's like, I'll try. And then she like kind of like puffs her face up like she's really trying, and nothing happens.
We'll keep working on it. Don't always get it real quickly, but hey.
Am I broken?
Your lag
No.
spiking, but
broken, no, but I got a working theory.
Yeah, I gave all my ping over to Broman Farm.
I'm doing nothing with it.
I've been having a great time tonight.
Yeah, Rudd's not being the worst. It's fucking good shit, buddy.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's pretty much just kind of practicing and hanging out with her. Talon's mostly hanging out. I'm assuming, Kamos, you're up in the crow's nest pretty much exclusively.
Yep, just kind of not really moved or done anything.
Which is like kind of not like Kamos. Like Kamos does nest down quite a bit, but he gets restless and moves to a different point. Like he might go hang out on the stairs over here, and then all of a sudden you'll find him over in this corner, and he's just kind of hanging out. But for everybody to watch, like Kamos is basically like perched, like almost like he's watching the horizon.
the birds they come.
I was gonna say, Amos is a bird perching up.
It's what it looks like, yes.
All right. It's quite. It's about. You gave him the destination of Corvus as the get through, but you notice that as you get towards the edge of the lanes, you guys keep kind of going around, and some of the crewmate are kind of like, I thought we were going to Corvus. I thought that's what we said. And like, just kind of like the captain just kind of like keeping his counsel with the party, just kind of says, nope, we have our heading, don't worry. So it takes about 2 days total to get around the south area. So Ruds, you would lose that exhaustion.
Yeah.
Because you basically all have another long rest.
And also with her failing to produce any form of failed looking magic, as in like not the spell but like a magical effect, I would just send her back to Sigurd for bow training.
Yeah, because like you can fuck up a spell and you'll still get like the arcane energy. She just got nothing.
Do you also want to try some swordplay?
She's like, I'll try.
Alright. Oh, here you go. Gonna hand her my short sword.
Just kind of picks it up, kind of waves it around a bit.
So, best way to do it is you can hold it in two hands for now, and you just want to swing it down and pick it back up and swing it down. Alright? Just to start.
Doing the old over the head chops, kind of.
Yeah, build arm.
Kendo
thing.
swings.
You
Yeah,
gotta
there
build
you
your
go.
arm strength first. So, it's the best way to do it.
So she kind of takes the sword. She says, "This is a lot lighter than the bow."
Yeah.
And she kind of swinging it around a bit,
Wait, like,
chopping down. Looks like she's doing decent with it.
okay.
We need to pick her up a training dummy to work with.
Lighter. Hey, does anyone have a stick around here that I could use?
Have a dagger?
One of the guys nearby is like, I got a club.
That's perfect actually.
And he pulls this like it almost looks like it would have been for like a mace, but the mace head is off. It's just like it's just a stick. It has been like taped around the bottom. It's got a little bit of a like if they've kind of heated the edge to kind of solidify it so it doesn't break so easy. But yeah, it's like a little billy club,
Okay.
a blackjack even.
Would you be all right with me using it to give her just a little sparring training?
Hey, you're the captain, man. You're good.
All right. I'll pay you back if if something happens to it. Okay.
You're the captain, man. We got more of those down below. It's all good.
All right. Okay. So, you seem to be doing all right there. How about you try and take a few swings at me? Don't worry about hurting me. I'll be okay.
Rolls a crit, lops off your leg.
So what are you doing? Like basically, like this is the start of The Witcher 3. It's just like, here, attack me once, and I'll show you how to block. You know, kind of vibe. You know.
Kind of thing, yeah.
So is everybody just kind of standing around watching at this point, or like, what is anybody else doing anything?
I am still perched on the exact same spot.
Yeah.
I would gather the others that are not in trauma blocking state and training state to tell my theory and thesis to.
Yeah, so you got a little kind of group going over there. So I'm assuming like, you know, Sigurd and Fern are kind of like over towards the bow of the ship, and the rest of you are kind of like gaggled out on the deck, kind of close, kind of having a talk.
Sigurd is just gonna send his hawk over to them so he can just telepathically listen in.
Oh, that works, yeah. Which I guess really is just gathering Lily and Kasori then.
Talon is nearby. She's like she's like on the outside. She'll come and lean on the deck. She's still kind of facing Fern. She's still kind of watching her, but
So I have a working theory about our little Fern there. Usually, you know, when trying to learn magic, when you mess up, something happens, right? That's what we all went through when learning our magic. Hasn't happened with her, right? She's gone through 3 different schools of it, and nothing. Not even a spell just going kapoof. No real evidence supporting it, working theory. She might have been attacked by those Kyolan people that can sever your connection to magic. And if that's the case, who is she? Who is she really?
Well, whatever happened to her, she also lost her memory. She doesn't remember anything
Exactly.
from more than an hour before we met her.
Other thing on that, what if the voices in her head is flashbacks to that stuff? And it's trauma based.
Well, that's why I wanted to get the scroll of detect thoughts. That way maybe we could pour in and pry deeper.
Yeah, 5 gold was never going to be enough for that.
I don't
By the way.
know. I don't buy things.
We went in there and bought things that one time, and
Yeah, but he was just
nothing
being a
normally
dick to
busts.
us. I didn't think he was actually charging that much for things.
That's yeah. Scrolls are expensive.
he just did not rip you off. Was he racist? Yes, but he draws the line.
He's an honest merchant, but a racist.
Yeah, he's just a piece of shit human being. That's all it was.
He's just honest about his business dealing. Whoever she actually is, and wherever she actually comes from, we have taken on quite the potentially dangerous little stowaway in a way. 'Cause, like, I don't think they would just sever someone's connection for the fun of it. I could be wrong, feel like they would just kill, you know? Like severing a connection is because of maybe family and being known as powerful in magic. But again, I don't know. I don't know if there's things, like I said, working theories, spitball in here. But I think that's our best leading assumption of what's going on with her.
Yeah, we need to try and find something. Maybe they'll have something over in Corvus that we can potentially look into.
Maybe. It's now, like you said, it's something now we have to look into. It's because that is a big red flag being we all can do magic. I'm pretty sure everyone in this group can do magic, yeah? Of some kind?
Magic like.
now?
Yeah. Well, technically, yes, because your things are still magical in origin.
You're like Wish.com magic.
The Temu of magic, yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's still technically, but like, it's not really.
I've never been more insulted in my life, he says.
And then Ruds is like the Walmart brand of magic.
Hey.
Good old great value.
Ruts. He's a sorcerer. He has to. He's a sorcerer, and you're a part wizard. You have to hate each other.
Yeah,
You have to.
yeah.
Don't take it personally, or do.
Yeah,
That's the point.
Yeah, you have to study, and I'm just born with it, baby.
Or maybe it's
Maybe it's
Maybelline.
While you're having this discussion, like I said, a couple of you are kind of keeping your eye on the training session that's going on. Ruds, you've gotten her to kind of like take a couple swings at the with the sword, and you're kind of pull out the club, and you're like, all right, it's time for us to try some light parrying, block maneuvers, etc. And as you go to like do that, some people are half paying attention, and some people are like, Talon is still kind of focused Fern on you, on Fern and you. You're like, time to block, and you kind of show her how to do like a block or something like that. You give it like, okay, ready, 1, 2, 3, and as you go to take like a very slow swing at her, there's a small flash, and the club goes absolutely flying, and you take 3 points of piercing damage as she disarms you effortlessly.
Okay. Yeah.
And as the club kind of hits the deck, like right over by the rest of the group, everyone kind of looks over, and she has this horrified look on her face.
Lily's just gonna look to Kehlani and just see, why is it that we brought him with? This keeps happening.
Talon has like stood up now, like she was kind of leaning against the deck railing. She's like stood up now, and she's got like, see, one hand is actually on her sword, and she's kind of like staring at
The way that you're playing Talon right now is just giving me fucking Vegeta vibes, with the fact that he just stands around everywhere with his arms crossed.
That's what I was going with, yeah. I was going for Vegeta with that, yeah. But yeah, Fern is kind of standing there. She's like shaking. She drops the sword to the ground. She's kind of staring at her hand.
Well, that just screams to me muscle memory.
That was a really good disarmament. Very well done.
She just kind of takes a step back. She goes, I don't think I want to do this anymore.
Okay. We don't have to. That's all right.
I think on the contrary, I think you should do it more.
Yeah, maybe you
might
can
figure
actually.
something out about yourself.
Maybe you can teach Sigurd some stuff.
Sigurd is just gonna slowly turn to them.
Poor fucking Sigurd, man. It's the bad joke.
For just 1 second, okay? He's gonna walk over there. She has trauma. We have to let her slowly recover from it.
He says this while holding a deep wound in his wrist. He's just kind of holding it up.
He doesn't care about the wound. It's just bleeding.
Lily's just gonna reach out slowly, and
that's abundantly clear she has that.
while you're talking to him, Lily's just gonna reach out, and her hand starts glowing as she casts Cure Wounds.
And it's like one of those things where like Sigurd is talking to like
Kilani and just kind of holds his arm out, like just kind of like not even looking at Lily. Lily just does it, and you're both just doing it like autonomously, like yep, in the background of like this intense conversation.
Emotional wounds take longer to heal.
Yeah, no, I understand. But also,
if we try and force it, it will be much more worse.
well, I'm not saying force it. I'm just saying maybe every once in a little bit, get a day or so, we come back to it, see if we can't proc another muscle memory episode.
Oh, yeah. I wasn't saying never go back to it. I was just saying for today, whenever she wants to stop, we have to let her.
Yeah, that's why I said on the contrary, if she wants to go again, let her go again. If she wants to stop, let her stop. If she wants to go again right now, you just got your hand patched up. Get back out there, big boy.
Yeah, and I would. And I will if she wants.
We get you a club so that way you don't get cut. Well,
that was
you get broken fingers.
Broken fingers are nothing.
I think I'd rather get cut than have broken fingers.
And actually, she said that the sword was lighter than the bow. So I think she has some sort of proficiency with a sword.
That could be a case, yeah.
And she was swinging that fairly easily, too. For someone her size with her body mass, she knows how to wield a sword. So I have a feeling that she might be from a middle to upper class family. And you were talking about how her magic was cut off, right?
That's the assumption, at least. All signs kind of point in that direction.
I think that's as we go further away from Kaleland, that might be weakening.
I don't think that effect weakens.
I don't know.
From what I read of it,
It literally
didn't
severs your
seem like it was
connection.
yeah, it didn't seem like it was this goes away after a time. It seemed like it was a pretty permanent thing.
But have they ever had someone get away after getting severed and then...
Asking the wrong person.
It could be that her magical connection is slowly recovering as she gets no anything.
I mean, the easiest way to figure that out is just every once in a while see if we can't get her to produce a failed spell effect. If she can, then it's coming back. If she can't, it's not.
Simple as that. Alright, I'm gonna head back over to her. Fern, would you like some water?
I love talking like an intelligent person when I have 8 intelligence.
And I have 17.
Yeah, right.
Also, I really hope when you guys said she has trauma, it takes a long time to heal, there was a smash cut to Kamos still perched in the exact same spot from like 2 days ago.
Yeah, that is true. You are, yeah.
It's just like in the episode of like it airing, it's just like it smash cuts to Kamos right above you guys.
My working theory on you is you worked for some pirate Aarakocras or something, and one of them was a big bad, and that was the name of that guy, and then you fucked a different guy's Aarakocra girlfriend. That's my working theory with you right now. Or the name of the guy was your
Kamos is still perched and just staring.
Or he accidentally banged a dude because they both have cloacas.
I mean, tomato. Like, there's something with that going with him. I ain't judging.
Hey, Freed, you remember Dr. Tran on Cats?
Dr. Tran's Quiet Log Time is my favorite video.
I haven't watched Dr. Tran in a long.
Oh,
Leave! I have to do homework!
Look at that fat cock! Cock!
Yeah,
Toy Store!
Toy Store!
Okay. So yeah, question for you guys, because we're all pretty tired. Do you want to call it now, or do you want to play it for another half hour and try and get some of the next part?
This is
I'm
probably
done.
fun.
Yeah, I figured we're all pretty falling asleep, and this is a nice like we're about to start the next section. So I didn't know if you wanted to call it now, call it early because people are falling asleep. Maybe have Techie here for the next one. You know,
Oh, it looks like Brome already posted the notes.
I noticed that too.
Man's is like, nope, I'm going the fuck to bed. Shut up.
No, look at the timestamp on that notes. That was
Yeah.
freaking 15 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Just you know, mention the whole disarming thing. That might have been helpful, but yeah.
Yeah.
Did I?
Like magical flash.
Oh, I did include it in my version of the notes.
That-
It
I
happened
didn't.
after.
Was it actually a magical flash, or was that just kind of like flavor of like muscle memory kicking in to block?
It was very much a like she was holding the sword, and the second she held it, it seemed natural, and she like faster than you were expecting. Just,
Yeah,
like,
a muscle
disarm,
memory kick in.
pure skill. Like Ruds, you're decently trained. This took you off guard, and if you were to like actually fight this person, you'd think like, oh shit, that's a bit of a challenge compared to this innocent young girl. Like there was a moment where you had almost forgot what was going on because of that, right?
And almost took it seriously.
Yeah. Like she just disarmed you, and it was pretty impressive. That's basically the end of it. Sorry, I had to be you.
No, it's perfectly all right. I'm
Always the
one
butt
that-
end of all the fucking combat jokes.
And he's like the main marshal, so like him being the one doing martial training with her makes sense.
Yeah,
That's good. Yeah.
I'm technically a fighter. People forget this.
I didn't.
Lily only knows how to use a scythe, and she doesn't think that she's going to be able to wield a scythe that well.
Like I didn't expect like none of what I've been doing so far with her has been random. I know what this character is, and the fact that you gave her a sword this early on was pretty interesting. That was going to happen the whole time. So
Yeah, I had a feeling with like no magical, probably something with weaponry, but
cool. Also, I love how I don't know if it's just Parm or not, but in character, there's like, yeah, well, when we get the Corvus, it's like we passed that a while ago, buddy.
Oh, I thought
Corvus, but that's where we're going.
Yeah, I thought we went through Vulcan's Bay. I missed the mention of Corvus.
No, it was just the way it kind of lied. I was like, yep, this is on brand for Lily to be like, when we get there, it's like, oh, we just told him that. Calm down. So, cool. Yeah. So apologies for the shorter session today. At the same time, everybody's probably falling asleep. We will try and get in for next week. I believe is good. No, where's my fucking phone? I had it.
I know I will most likely be late next week. I got a meeting after work.
What is next week? Even that is the 6th.
6th.
Yeah.
I work until 6, so I'll be having a talk with my boss saying I was only available till 5 or 4 or something like that. So yeah, I'll definitely be there. I'll keep you guys updated. My schedule says I'm there until 6, but I can leave early. Cool. Thank you for showing up tonight, gentlemen. Hope you guys had fun with my jank. I'll try and get some more for you next time. We're gonna have some fun. Bringing up some stuff today was a little backstory jumping in there. I enjoyed that. I hope I got the spirit of Techie and his Vegeta-ness.
Yeah, not enough bad rolls.
Yeah, well, I didn't roll at all. I
Exactly.
didn't want to make it method. You know what I mean?
Do a quick
Exactly.
roll.
Exactly. That's
Just to
not
see.
quite enough spirit of tech.
Sure. Let me just here. I'll just fix that right now.
Yeah.
That's
No.
that's not at all. Has to be below 10. I fucked up. Sorry, guys. I'm lagging again. What the hell?
All right. Good night, guys.
Have a good
Have a
night.
good night, gentlemen.